Style. Style is the answer to everything. A fresh way to approach a dull or dangerous thing. To do a dangerous thing with style is what I call art.
Happy Founders Day, brothers and sisters and gammas. It is so great that I get to spend this day with you. We are celebrating 12 years of philanthropy, sodality, and elevation, all thanks to our beloved and great organization, Gamma Xi Phi. It is so amazing that I get to talk to you guys and get to babble on about the history, but before I get there, you must be wondering, Brother Minor, where are you? I have made the journey all the way back to the beginning. All roads leading here to Ramapo College of New Jersey, at the birthplace of our beloved organization. Let's check it out. October 6th, 2010. We know how the story goes. 4 friends gathered in the Birch Tree Dining Hall. While laughing and joking at their favorite late-night dining hall hangout, they decided they would create an organization of their own. Those 4 friends, now known as our founders, were Tahir Register, Kanisha Taylor, Ashley Johnson, and Malcolm Minor. So after we left the Birch Tree Inn, we came here to the E-Lab, which was at the time one of the only labs that were still open for students to use at that time in the morning. So we came down to a section right in this area. And each of us got on the computer and started researching. We made the choices of the colors, of the motto, of the mission, of the cardinal principles. We developed all the framework right here. I know E-Lab doesn't look like much today, but back then it used to be very packed in this room with tons of computers and printers around for printing for students to do late night study. Many people don't know, when we came into this lab, it was still technically October 6th. But after all of our conversations and determining what we wanted specifically to declare to the world and writing it out on Facebook, no less, it was already October 7th. And that's how we got to our founding date. Who would have thought that a night of having fun, laughing, and joking would turn into an organization like ours? Now, will I say making a public declaration on Facebook was a smart idea? Absolutely not. Would I ever do that again? Absolutely not. However, it was because of that post on Facebook that we had that huge declaration be seen by the entire campus community and those assisting us. And so here we are. This was a popular hangout spot for your founders. We had a ball in this room. We were probably the most creative we had ever been in this room. Behind you, on this stage, we used to come up with dance routines and monologues, and we'll be singing our hearts out. We would have modeling rehearsals in here. We used to do so much in this room. And it's all because of our friendship and our bond. Here we are at Friends Hall. This room is especially important to us in the history of our fraternity, is because this is the first place that Alpha Chapter's founders made their first public appearance together as Gammas. We came here for the Black and Sexy Party, which was a celebration of a tremendous week of programming and Black Solidarity for our Black Solidarity Week, sponsored by all of the organizations under the Black Student Union. Now, that's where you see those iconic pictures of your 4 founders here and here. Black and Sexy was one of those parties where, you know, we walked out saying,
Boy, we had a time last night. Boy, we had a time last night.
I think it might help to know a little bit about my avocational background, because that informs, I think, what my first impression of Gamma Sci-Fi was. I am an actor on the side. I've been doing it all my life. I do a lot of theater, community theater. I've done some professional theater, so sometimes that kind of takes over my life outside of higher education. So I was very excited when you came to me to tell me that you were looking at starting a national arts fraternity. I think there's a great place for it, not just on college campuses, but just to try to bring young people into the field of acting and theater and arts. So I think that's sort of a long way of saying that I was excited when I heard that you were looking to start this initiative.
So the one thing that stuck out to me was you guys' creativity. I specifically remember you with singing and performing. It was just like your passion. You could see that you guys were passionate about your crafts, your careers. You wanted to expand that on campus, offer that opportunity for, students who are, going in that career path. I also remember Michaela, like before basketball practice, she would play the piano, so like that's the one thing that stuck out to me as a creative myself. To other creatives, I noticed that instantly with you guys, and I knew that you guys were going to go somewhere.
I was excited. I thought you guys were very, not just ambitious, but energetic, driven. You really knew what you wanted to do. You had a vision. And so I was curious. I was excited for you guys, and I was waiting to see what was going to develop.
I think my first impression was pretty much just genuine curiosity, because I think we had met like shortly after you guys chartered, so I wasn't around for like the very beginning, but came in a little after. So just coming in after that and starting to learn about who you guys were and what you were about, and all that good stuff. But I think my first impression was it was pretty dope to see something very different outside of what already was on campus. Definitely similarities. I think that's probably even one of the reasons we connected, is both stemming from younger organizations, even though I pledged a little later, throughout my interest period and all that. Definitely nice to see another organization that has its founders they're present and active in their processes and in their programs and all that stuff, because a lot of organizations they don't have. I see that as a benefit. Some people will make fun about the founders thing, but me personally, I think it's positive.
One of the things that I remember about your chapter starting here is that's the same time that our Greek life system was looking at forming a professional fraternity council. There were several sub-councils of the Interfraternity Sorority Council, and a professional council was to be looked at. We have, for example, Alpha Phi Omega, which is a national service fraternity. We have Alpha Kappa Psi, which is a professional business fraternity. We have Phi Alpha Delta, which is a professional pre-law fraternity. So Gamma Xi was instrumental in sort of working with those groups and looking at how we figured out how to form a professional fraternity council.
You guys' presence was felt. You definitely made your mark even early on. With whether you guys were you were holding informationals, I believe, in programming. So you definitely did all the things you needed to do to make your presence known on campus. I don't think, people might have had that, who are they? But at least, you were out, you were wearing letters, you were attending events to, establish your presence on campus. So I think that
does ring a bell, because I remember I was getting ready to graduate. And we were like so excited for you guys to perform, because you guys were on campus for a little while now. We're like, all right, what are y'all gonna do? But I was like really excited seeing you guys out there, because you deserved it. We always see the same organization. We need a little something different, a little jazz, you know what I'm saying? People that actually are creators out there on the floor,
It was a different campus than today. I mean, we've gone through so much with COVID and everything, but I think we were definitely lacking what it is you were trying to bring to the table, right? In terms of the arts from a very specific perspective, looking at the needs of students of color particularly. And so, we always talk about diversity and wanting more of it. So I thought that was a great way of networking and bringing students together, helping them get together. Campus was different, but I think just because the times were different, what was going on in the world, that was a little closer to the economic meltdown, and so students had money and other things on their minds. A lot of students were going off campus. So just the whole climate and the feel of the campus was a little bit different. I mean, it's interesting, we're in a similar place now where students are now coming back, right? We've been on and off campus with COVID. So there's a little bit more energy coming back to campus. But I think it was a place where students needed a place to feel like they belonged, especially students of color. And I think that was big. And that's what was exciting to me.
I feel like at that time, and this is in general, Greek life was a lot more respected campus-wise. Everyone had at least some type of respect to respect the other orgs, newer, even, there was some friction sometimes, but it's different. And I think it's a generational thing, because when we were on campus, I think, I know you guys encountered issues, but you did, and I could be wrong, you had some support. Whereas now I think newer organizations, it's probably going to get the, what the heck is this?
Because it was so small, right? I felt like literally almost everybody joined an organization. Because, the students that resided on campus, I pretty much feel like majority of us joined an org one way, shape, or form, or was interested or something like that. So it was kind of the norm to feel like you had to be in one of these organizations. Percentage of the kids that resided on campus, anywhere between 60 to 75% probably joined an organization. It was a thing. It was like a thing to do. So you know what it was? You guys were small, but you guys were different. You weren't your typical frat or, org on campus. Everybody else was so focused on how can I say it? Their not the history of the frat, but the things that the stereotypes that comes with those organizations. You guys were very professional on another level. You get what I'm saying? And you didn't hear anything controversial or whatnot. I just wish more creative people would have joined your organization.
That's a good one. Innovative. You guys were not going to take no for an answer. You knew what you wanted. You knew what it took. And I still applaud you because you were you were doing anything that needed to be done. The agitator, the representative, the voice, not taking no for an answer. And so I think that was big, and that was the reason that you were able to accomplish so much in such a short amount of time. When you think about it, 10 years ago is a long time, of course, but the amount of time that it took to really get things going and moving, I was impressed by that. So.
Persistent. I know from knowing you personally that you guys busted your butts, to make a scene and make it known that you guys were there and you were there to stay. Especially at that time, you guys were very persistent in building all the foundational aspects you needed to for the advancement of your work.
If there's one word I would use to describe the students that were coming forward at the time to start the chapter, it would be dynamic.
Resilient. I say resilient because it was so common for, like I said, everyone to join these other big name organizations, but you guys stood true to who you are. Never folded, never gave up. You guys were going up against some bigger monsters, and you stood your ground. Whether it was one person online for spring or two people online for fall, you always had people coming. That's just it. And I commend y'all for that. I really do.
I'd like to offer congratulations to the founders and to the current members of Gamma Xi Phi. This is a momentous occasion celebrating your 12th anniversary. I'm very happy that you have expanded beyond the collegiate chapters and you have several chapters nationally and internationally. I think this is a great initiative for folks in the arts, particularly for getting more young people into the arts.
Those who are incoming, for those who have been with the organization from the beginning or any year since, I want to offer my warmest congratulations. Feel like I was a part of something really special. I'm amazed at how it has grown and expanded, and to think that it started right here at Ramapo, right? We seem small sometimes in scope to people, but it shows that Ramapo students, Ramapo alums can do big things. And so again, my biggest congratulations. Keep pushing, keep moving forward, keep doing amazing things, and keep growing. And I would love to hear from some of you as you come back this way or to other campuses as well.
Definitely words of encouragement. Keep going. Definitely proud of you guys and the organization as a whole. It's very nice to see, the beginnings into where you guys are now. So I wish you guys literally all the best, both to current members, founding members, and new prospective members. Definitely a great organization, and we are here should you want to collaborate for any type of events in the future.
Listen, I see y'all. I be on Instagram. I be lurking. I look at y'all podcasts. I listen to y'all the beats. Try to support and follow the YouTube pages. Try to see how I can see if I know somebody that knows somebody to get y'all a gig. Listen, I see. When I mean y'all work is appreciated, I truly mean it. I truly mean it. And I congratulate y'all on the road that you've taken. Like, it's not traveled frequently, especially coming from a school like where we came from, but yeah, you guys did y'all thing. And any way, if I can help y'all in any way, please reach out to me. I'm so serious. You guys are hard workers. I can tell you that for sure. For sure.